Welcome to review of Sunday racing, Sunday, April 6, 2025. A wise man once said, on Sunday, always look out for the unexpected. And this Sunday racing was no different. Race number 1 went to Khaleesi. Shane Ellis winning aboard Khaleesi. Usually, Shane Ellis is a very good jockey who knows what horses need in order to win. So Shane Ellis must not be underestimated whenever you see him riding a racehorse. He is one of the better, if not the best jockey at Caymanas Park. Cost of Living was expected to win, but finished second, 6.5 lengths behind. Cost of Living will be back, I suspect, on mandatory payout day. If memory serves me right, that is the next maiden race day for fillies. Race number 2, Rejected Roger found himself all of 17 lengths behind of Great Wayne in a very disappointing performance. Great Wayne won that event with Radish Roman, once again showing people that he doesn't need press button horses to win. He can win with any horses as long as they have chance. Great Wayne was 9 lengths in front of Nakamura for an exacta that returned $1,286. She's My Hedge Fund was disappointing and finished all the way down in 4th. But it was a competitive race in which any of the top 4 could have won. And it played out that way, where the top 4 that was expected to run the race did run the race. A small field though, of 6. Race number 3 went to Lion of Ficati, and I told you guys that Lion of Ficati was a banker. Lion of Ficati has now been getting the measure of Jones Strike. Jones Strike was disappointing all the way down into 6. Pretty Perfect won the 4th race at 7-2, beating Starquest by 1.25 length. Told you guys that this race was a poor race, and I was going to give the edge to those horses that are newcomer, and in the case of Starquest, ran only once. Hence, I went 6, 5, 8, and 7. And the race came back 5, 6, and 7. Miss Brayton at 17-1, finishing 3rd. Good Conscience, though, was down the track. But honestly, based on the exercise work of Miss Brayton, Good Conscience, and company, the newcomers, they were not setting the world on fire. But having seen enough of the likes of Giant Vigorous, Modern Monarch, Life is Life, come on. I had to give the newcomers a chance. And the trifecta returned $2,336. A good food for a 120 box trifecta. Race number 5, Arias Rain. What can I say about this Arias Rain? Outside of what I said on the preview, keep Arias Rain on the right track. Do not underestimate Arias Rain. Arias Rain won at 13-1. Seen a lot of persons saying that they were surprised at Arias Rain winning, but I was not surprised because I expected if Kismet and Show Me the Butcher flopped, which they did, then Arias Rain would have won the race. Race number 6 went to At Dancer. At Dancer was heavily whispered on the Saturday morning. At Dancer, it is said, was way better than this field. And to be honest, it doesn't take much to be way better than this field if we're being honest. Empress in the Breeze finished down the track. And had it not been for the dancer, once again, Empress in the Breeze would have sold favorite and failed to deliver. So Empress in the Breeze need to give thanks for the dancer for taking the shame out of her eyes once again. Race number 7 went to Noble Monarch. Noble Monarch finishing all the way in front of Dark Matter by 8.5 lengths. Noble Monarch, one of those what we have not seen a lot of and had a lot of scope for improvement, carrying 116 pounds. Noble Monarch showed punters that is no fluke. Race number 8, the General. What can I say about the General? Finally winning at all of 17 lengths. One of the biggest wins in terms of distance for this year, if not the biggest win. 17 lengths is quite some distance. The General finally having some use. I was being worried about going to war, seeing that my General was not doing what he was supposed to do. But as I said on the preview, the General was being beaten by some horses that were supposed to beat him when Radish Roman is in the saddle. Now Radish Roman is in the saddle. There is no horse in this field that, based on form and class, should be able to beat the General or Radish Roman. Do not throw away these races so easily. And that is why I rate Radish Roman highly. Radish Roman, outside of Shane Ellis, and probably Ryan Lewis, when he have his weight under control, is the best jockey at Caymanas Park. And on form, he is the best jockey at Caymanas Park. Race number 9 went to the Champion Bubbler. I did not have the Champion Bubbler in my top 4, but I did mention the Champion Bubbler as having a chance to win based on the last run. And the Champion Bubbler did win at 9-1, beating Money Market and Bulletproof Coffee. Kokomo finished 4th. As I said, Kokomo would have finished 4th. I was not that impressed with a run behind of Legacy Isle, as I said in the preview. Some of those horses that were in that race with Legacy Isle, in my opinion, would have run better. Banadura finished down the track. That was the most surprising of all. She's That Girl was scratched along with Smart Acid. The takeaway from the Sunday racing was Radish Roman continuing his form coming into the race meet and was able to win 2 races on the day. There were also some mild upsets, but in all honesty, those mild upsets were not really upsets in my book. As I said, Champion Bubbler would have won. Noble Monarch was someone who didn't race a lot. And of course, Aria's Reign is one of the faster horses, going 5.5 in the class. One of my friends told me that the reason why he didn't catch the pick 6 was because of Pretty Perfect. He had everything else. So, wasn't really a difficult sequence. And had he trust the General and banked the General, he would have won the pick 6. Anyway, guys, let me know down in the comment section your experience on this Sunday race day. I myself didn't get to put in the bets that I want to this Sunday because I was occupied with family commitment. Let me know how Sunday racing treated you guys. Anyway, this is a review of racing by Prince Green. Peace out for now.